Hello everyone, this is day 2 of London. I had intended to upload like all of the vlogs in like a week or two, but somehow it's turning out to be one vlog per week, which is, I guess, better than nothing at all, I guess. And I don't know if anyone cares, but here is day 2 of London. ब्रेकफास्ट में कल रात का बचा हुआ पास्ता खा रही हूँ और मैंने अपनी बहन से पूछा था गिव मी समथिंग टू वार्म इट अप इन। उसने लिटरली मुझे तड़के जिसमें तड़का देते हैं वो दिया हुआ है गर्म करने के लिए, बिकॉज लाइक बर्तन यूज़ करना एंड धोना एंड ब्ला ब्ला ब्ला, ऑल ऑफ दैट इज़ जस्ट लाइक टू मच एफर्ट्स एंड it just reminded me of student days again, and I hadn't lived student life in a while, so it was nice to really live student life for a quick hot moment. So abhi we're on our way to Borough Market. We're just waiting for the bus. The absolute first thing we spotted in Borough Market is ganne ka juice. But yeah, here's a small look around the market. So this is another interesting thing we spotted, masale ke dabbe. If anyone is from Pune, this stall kind of reminded me of touristy bag. I'm sure there's like lots of places like these around India, but I only know touristy bag. But yeah, the British didn't just come for masale, they also came for dabbe, masale ke dabbe. This is the rest of the stall. Just a quick glance. Then we spotted a stall where they were making food in these like really big kadhais, and it looked really tempting, so I asked them if I could take a picture because aesthetics. We didn't have it, but we just took picture. और एक इंटरेस्टिंग थिंग जो हमें दिखी वॉज दिस टैंक. तो अगर आपको पता होगा तो इंडिया में कुछ कुछ ऐसे रेस्टोरेंट्स होते हैं जहाँ पे यू हैव दीज टैंक्स विच आर लाइक नॉट दैट एस्थेटिक एंड नॉट ऑलवेज दैट क्लीन, बट वो ऐसे होते हैं एंड लाइक एज अ चाइल्ड यू जस्ट बी लाइक फैसिनेटेड विद देम, सो इट वॉज इंटरेस्टिंग टू स्पॉट दैट. The same stall also had an octopus, and I've never seen an octopus this close up, so that was also interesting to see, though for some people it could be disgusting. So Borough Market में हमने सबसे ज़्यादा पैसे स्वीट्स पे खर्च किए हैं. Now we're on our way from Borough Market to find some English breakfast, but it looked really pretty, so I thought I'll show you some London aesthetics. This is the typical London public transport logo thing. So finally हमें English breakfast करने के लिए एक जगह मिली, a place called the Breakfast Club, but they did not have a table available immediately, but they had this nice system that you just give them their number और फिर जब table तैयार होगा they'll just like send you a text, but we were just like kind of roaming around till we got our table because it was like 10-15 minutes, and then we went to the Breakfast Club, and then for lunch we had breakfast. The food was decent, but I was disappointed that they did not have enough vegetarian options. But the place was really sweet and cute. After a literal brunch, we started to make our way towards the British Museum. And again, just some aesthetic views from the streets of London. On our way to the British Museum, we came across this really, really sweet store, and their concept is basically उन्होंने काफ़ी सारे किताबों के नीचे, along with the books that they have put out to sell, उन्होंने handwritten reviews लिखे हुए हैं हर किताब के, which I think is a really, really good idea, because जब आप बुक स्टोर में किताबें देखते हैं तो आपको पता नहीं होता कि what it's going to be like or how it is, and these days more than reviews, at the back of the book you have quotes from best-selling other famous people or just famous publications or whatever, and that's not really helpful, so I thought it was an amazing idea. And they also had this really, really cute cafe, but unfortunately we didn't have enough time to go and sit there. After reaching the British Museum, while we were in line for the security check, मैंने line में चलते चलते brownies खाए, and it was a very enjoyable experience. Not the security check-in, of course, the brownies. मैं म्यूजियम्स में ज़्यादा जाती नहीं हूँ. आई डोंट रियली लाइक म्यूजियम्स दैट मच, बट द ब्रिटिश म्यूजियम वाज अ वेरी नाइस एक्सपीरियंस. ऐसे नहीं है कि वहाँ पे बहुत ऐसी चीज़ें जो आपको कहीं और नहीं मिलेंगी. आई ऑनेस्टली थिंक दिस इज़ वेरी typical museum stuff, but it's still very interesting to see. And it was a very nice experience. I ended up just sitting at the museum and writing a poem, which will also be coming out very very soon on my insta, but just showing you some quick glimpses of the museum. So हम अभी इंडियन सेक्शन में आए हैं, and there's this random sad song from Mother India playing, and although we haven't seen all the sections, literally no section has had this kind of screen, and they have this like thing to listen to the audio. But yeah, it's very very weird, and I don't know why they have it. Oh, and now it switched to something else. So now we're on our way to the Sky Garden, which is basically just a building, 33, 35 floors or something like that. And basically we just see the view of London. And uska ticket free hai. They have a restaurant and a cafe sort of thing at the top apparently. But the restaurant looked really fancy and expensive, so I guess we'll just go and see the view for free. And here we are. This is the view. And this is the so-called garden. It's great background for pictures if you stand on the steps. Why we took some good pictures there. And baad mein we went to the cafe and got some cocktails, and I couldn't really decide which picture looked prettier, so I just put both. And uske baad hum ghar gaye, we had some dinner, and then we went on a night walk around central London. Moon looked really pretty near the London Eye, but of course एक भी photo अच्छी नहीं आई. So that's the end of day 2. I hope you liked it. There are much cuter vlogs coming up. मुझे जितना लगा था उससे मैं बहुत ज़्यादा slow edit कर रही हूँ with this and also my Insta. But I hope you liked it, and I hope that you stay to watch the rest of the London days. And obviously, like, share, subscribe, and comment.